Pixel 10 phones are doing a whole lot of winning lately, and there's actually a couple of things I want to talk about in this video because one, the Pixel 10 phones were highlighted as being the most secure, beating out Samsung and Apple, which is, I think, a big accolade. And I think for the fifth year in a row is what they were saying. Let's see, award-winning security 5 years running. Yeah, so they've been recognized as having the most secure phone, I guess here, at least in the United States, probably globally, especially since in the U.S., but because of advanced hardware and software protection and timely updates. So that's one good thing on the security front. The other thing is that they recognized the Pixel 10 as being the most repairable out of the Samsung and the iPhone phones and the Google phones. So they're much more repairable than they used to be, which is a win if you have a problem with your phone and you need to get it repaired somewhere, because it's easier and more simple and less invasive and I guess maybe cheaper to remove components and take them out so you can fix the phone if you need to fix it, which is it's an important long-term strategy that Google has had because they offer 7 years of support, right? So if something breaks during that time period, you want a phone that's easier to fix and maintain. Maybe put a new battery in there after like year 4, year 5, if yours is having issues. I'm not saying you will, but just throwing things out there for illustrative purposes. So having a phone that's really secure, and then also having a phone that is recognized for repairability, I think are two really, really good things. I know we talk about, oh, what phone has the best camera, what phone has the best processor, but there are other tangibles that consumers care about, like having a really secure phone, making sure your data and your privacy and your protections or things like that are in place, making sure that you can fix the phone if something happens to it. But also, people are recognizing these things and appreciating what Google has come to the table. So 2025, not a great year for smartphone sales. Pretty much the only one that really increased in sales was the iPhone because the iPhone 17 was such a big hit and a good phone. But already this year, Google is having positive traction. So the first quarter, so basically January to March of 2026, they're already having 16% year-over-year sales from this quarter last year. So people are buying Pixel phones. People are appreciating Pixel phones. People recognize Pixel phones. And I think all of these things, it's little things here and there, but I've always been a big advocate of stuff like that because it's the little things that make up the big things, right? If you can do the big things, anybody can do that, right? But it's the little things that really tie things together and make people really buy in and appreciate what you're doing, right? So I think those things are important. And then also for the future, I saw something exciting yesterday that looks like the Google Pixel 11 is going to get the best series screen that Samsung makes, which means we could be getting a nice display update for the Pixel 11 series phone, or at least the Pro series. But I actually really like the Super Actual display. I think that it looks bright. I think it looks nice. It's already brighter and more vibrant than well, maybe not more vibrant, but it's definitely more bright than the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. So that's something that's nice. And if you remember the dark days, pun intended, of the Pixel phones, one of the biggest problems they had was, of course, the screen brightness. The screen brightness on the Pixel 2, Pixel 3 were pretty horrendous compared to the competition, even the Pixel 4. It took them a long time. Like, they finally boosted a little bit with the Pixel 6, and it's like, okay, we got to get real with this, right? So now the Super Actual display that you have on the Pixel, especially we have the Actual display on the Pixel 10, and then on the Pixel 10 Pro series, the Super Actual display. I think it looks crisp. I love the colors, the vibrancy. I think it looks really well, and it's a good complete unit that works well. But hey, if we can get an improvement with the Pixel 11, I think that will be a big deal too. And I'm really looking forward to the Pixel 11. Pixel 10 series phones are very good. I love the Pixel 10 Pro XL. I love the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Moving into the Pixel 11 later on this year, probably around August. And we've already seen the leaks. We saw the leaks in the renders. They look cool. They look mostly the same. It looks like we're probably going to be losing the thermometer with that built-in infrared temperature sensor, which I know some people are not crazy about. I'm never crazy about losing any features, but I don't use it. So I don't have a whole lot of heartburn in losing it. It's one of those things where I don't think it's so much that Google's giving up as it's just like a process refinement, trying to find features that matter for the most, for the bang for the buck they put in the phone. But there will be people that won't be happy about that. And that's understandable because some people like it. But I think moving forward, I think this is going to be a really big year for the Google Pixel phones and the Pixel fan base because I'm expecting them to do a little bit more when it comes to the phone this year, especially when we take a look at the cameras. I think we'll see an improvement in the camera department. I think we'll see an improvement in the tensor department. The tensor is the big question mark because we've got the Tensor 6 coming up this year. It'll be the second generation, the sophomore chip built by TSMC. And from what I'm reading and seeing, it looks like it's just going to be some little improvements, maybe 10-15% spec performance improvement bumps and things like that. I'm hoping there's more emphasis on the GPU, especially as far as drivers, as far as compatibility, as far as performance. But we won't know about that until later on when it starts showing up on benchmarks when we get closer to it. But I fully expect to see the Pixel 11 series phones in August, which is when we saw the 10, which is when we saw the 9, which is when we saw the 8. So, yeah, I think we're well on track. We're already into almost the middle of April now, so May, June, July is like basically 4 months away. But the Pixel 10 phones, I think there was just some tightening up and some refinement and polishing things going on. And I think they're good phones. Like if you had a Pixel 7 and you didn't get a Pixel 9, Pixel 10 is a good phone. If you had a Pixel 6, didn't get a Pixel 9 or Pixel 8, the Pixel 10 is a good phone. If you have a Pixel 9, the Pixel 10 doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think it is a good phone. I think that they're building on their brand recognition. I think they're building their market share. And even you take a look at other countries, they're starting to offer more of the AI, more of the features are coming online in other major countries. And Japan has been a huge market where sales have been fantastic over the last couple of years. And they even got a special Pixel 10a phone, which I asked Google if I could get one. They're like, sorry, it's only available in Japan. We can't send you one. But at least they told me they wouldn't send me one. But I really want one. I can't remember what the name of the color is, but it's this beautiful blue color. I think it comes with some stickers and some other stuff. But it's nice to see our fans and our friends over in Japan getting some love because they've been a huge supporter of the Pixel phones. I mean, over the last couple of years, the market share has gone up over there exponentially. I mean, exponentially it's gone up over there. So that's really cool. And I think it goes to show that there are people that appreciate the Pixel phones, the people that appreciate what Google's doing. And it's just great to see some of that stuff show up. I mean, there were a lot of touch and go moments, especially with the Pixel 5. That really was kind of like a downer. The Pixel 6, there was a lot of excitement. Then it had problems. The Pixel 7 wasn't out of this world. So it's just like we've been building generational credibility each year, basically starting kind of with the 8. And then the 9 was a big boost, really getting a lot more people to buy in. And I think they've been doing a good job with the sales too. The sales have been very aggressive. And even though the prices may be a little higher on the MSRP side, manufacturer suggested retail price, which is like, okay, well, yes, it's priced at $10.99, but you're seeing them a lot cheaper. I've routinely seen the Pixel 10 Pro XL for $8.99. I've seen the Pixel 10 Pro for $7.49. I've seen the Pixel 10 for like $7.99. I mean, like $5.99. Like it's been significantly cheaper because the MSRP on that one is higher. But yeah, the phones themselves, I think Google's doing a lot of great things. I think that they're building some brand momentum and recognition and reliability, which are important things that they need to do. And of course, the good track record for the last year or two with putting out quarterly feature drops, maintenance patches, security patches, that keeps them in the forefront when it comes to a lot of that stuff too. So that's all I got. I just wanted to share some pixely wholesome goodness today. Let you know, hey, if you got one, there's some stuff that you can be excited and proud about. Two, we've got some exciting things to look forward to, and I think the brand has a bright future ahead of it. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all those things, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.